Should Canada part ways with the monarchy?
I mean, it's tradition. It's in the history of Canada. At the same time, it's a little bit antiquated. Um, Probably not part ways completely, but keep it in a more symbolic manner.
I'm torn because my mom loves the monarchy, but so does her generation. I personally feel like we've kind of moved past that point. But I empathize with both sides, but I would be more towards the camp of probably moving past monarchy, yes.
Definitely not. Canada should remain with monarchy. We're a commonwealth. We're part of the realm of 14. I'm a monarchist myself, and I believe that they offer something, that the head of state, it represents a betterness, a thing that we should achieve, goodness, faithfulness, something to believe in. No, I don't think we should separate from the monarchy. I'm a supporter of the king, and long live the king.
I believe the fact that the entire public system is very democratic and elections are done because of that. So the benefit of having a monarchy, I don't understand that. And also coming from an immigrant perspective, I'm more geared towards the democratic way of electing officials rather than having a monarchy to dictate what they want to do. But then I also know that with my limited knowledge, the monarchy doesn't dictate the government. The government is a separate thing, right? So yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe my knowledge about things is not too much, but that's how I feel.
Being from Australia and being part of the Commonwealth as well, I think yes, Canada should have their own democracy and have their own republic, like Australia should as well. As important as the royal family is to all of us, I think that we are our own nations and we should be allowed to have our own system, basically. It's been a long time for the English here.
I'm not sure, really. I'm not sure if they are still needed. I mean, I feel like monarchies are really a thing of the past. As we move forward, just to kind of have a figurehead there, it's just an image, really, more than anything else.
I kind of think the monarchy's been good to us. They've given us a lot of help over our 150 plus years now. So I think we should stick with them. They've been good to us. We should be good to them.
Oh, my opinions go back and forth. Like, for the whole glitz and glamour of it all, it's really great. But there's been so much, colonization over the years. It's really hurt, like, our Indigenous neighbors and people around the world. So I would love to see the monarchy change its ways and renounce all of that. And if they did that, then I'd say, yeah, keep them.
I think there's a lot of history and tradition in it. And I think they actually earn their keep by doing a lot of charitable works, and they work. People, they're not just sitting in their thrones doing nothing. So,
there's tremendous value. We were just over in Scotland. We just got back from Scotland, and they really respect the monarchy there. And as Americans, we do also. It's not intrusive upon anything else, but it's tradition, and we're big on tradition.
I think so. I think it's about time. Yeah, I think we're a separate country, and yeah, the monarchy hasn't represented some good things at times. Yeah, they seem to be fighting within themselves, which isn't a good example for the country.
I'm going to change that slightly and go, should the monarchy part ways with Canada? I'm not a fervent monarchist, but I think if the monarchy wants to continue to be relevant, they need to start changing with the times. And I think their best way of doing that is to make steps towards decolonialization for themselves.
Yeah, I think it's definitely time to say goodbye. It's been around a long time, so it's something I think has run its course. It's a lot of pomp and ceremony for something that has nothing to do in today's society.
Yeah, I think that's like a big question and a big nuanced take, but I think yes, I think we should. I don't entirely see how still being attached to the monarchy is benefiting us as a country. I think that obviously we have been for a very long time, and that's kind of a very big historical thing, and I know some people in older generations are really attached to that. I don't know how that's still necessarily benefiting us and our economy and the way that we're making laws as a whole. I know it would change a lot, though. I know that would be a big decision, and I do think, to be fair, there are other things that are more important that we focus on in the country itself right now. But I would say that I wouldn't have a problem with it for sure.
Yes, but the relationships with Indigenous people in the Crown, that is where the treaties are signed. And so I don't know how we can take care of what is supposed to be with the treaty through the process of changing through the monarch. So I think if that tends to be what happens, it might be an opportunity to have better relations with Indigenous people, but the relationship is not with Canada. The relationship is with the Crown. And so I am concerned about getting rid of the monarch just because of what we need to acknowledge and get to the treaty reconciliation the way it's supposed to be and the way that it was intended. So yes and no.
I don't really see any use for the monarchy in Canada. Like, they don't really do anything. They just kind of hold a seat in the House. And yes, it's wonderful. They've had some really cool people sitting in that seat as Governor General, like Mary Simon, who's awesome. But like, let's give her like a role that is like Canadian made. What has the British done except colonize our country and hurt Indigenous people? So I'm very for leaving the monarchy and no longer having to do that. While I love London, I've been there, it's just like Canada's its own country. We don't really need to be part of the Commonwealth. We can't even immigrate there with like an easier process. So it just, what is it doing for us?